A good evening to you. I am Ryan Broom with the Monday, December 18th edition of the CBC Evening News. In our top story, in anticipation of more garbage being generated than usual due to the Christmas season, the Sanitation Service Authority has devised a strategy to deal with the situation. Public Relations Officer Carol Padmore says it involves mass collection drives on specific days.
On Wednesday, the 20th of December, and Thursday, the 21st, we'll be going into St. John, St. Philip, the upper parts of Christchurch, and St. Joseph. This is between 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. On Friday, we'll be going to the north into St. Lucie, again between 6 in the morning to 4. All other parishes will be collected as usual. This is a way that the SSA wants to help you to remove some of that waste that we know would be accumulated around the Christmas holiday. People cook more, they use more cans and stuff like that. So once you place your garbage in the bins on these designated days, it will be moved. So it is a house.
In other news, a St. Peter woman is appealing to the relevant authorities to fix a water leak she says has been running for the past 4 years. Shauna Richards of Maynard St. Peter says she has made several complaints to the Barbados Water Authority, but to no avail. In addition to high water bills, she's also concerned about the water settling around her home, which she says is a haven for mosquitoes.
4 years now this pipe here burst. Calling water authority, can't get nobody come over and get this pipe fixed. Causing mosquitoes, everything. Somebody come, show up, look at it, and go along. Water here 4 years running every day, getting a big water bill. Nobody coming and fixing this leak.
When CBC contacted officials at the BWA, they promised to look into the matter. However, they also made it clear that it was the responsibility of the homeowner to fix any leaks on the residential side of the meter. In other news, with exactly 1 week to go before Christmas, Shane Jones found the first snowman in Barbados for the Yuletide season. Don't believe us? Check out this story.
Well, you wouldn't exactly describe Barbados as a winter wonderland, but one thing you can say is that Barbadians are innovative. Feast your eyes on this, a 13-foot snowman built completely out of tires by Trevor Haynes in Sergeant's Village, Christchurch. Even though he got no publicity last year, it's the second appearance for Frosty. He will soon be totally finished, and his creator, designer Trevor Haynes, says it will be a magical spectacle at night.
It took me 3 weeks to complete it, get the tires in and everything. It took 4 days to paint because the rain keep washing it off all the time. When it complete, it's gonna be fully white and blue. I changing it up this year. Every year I want to do a little change in it. It got on lights with buttons. The scarf can be blue. And on the tires is tractor tires, bus tires, and right now it's cars at top, car tire, bicycle tire, the top, car tire, minivan, 2 bus tires, a truck tire, 2 bobcat, and 3 tractor tires.
Well, Frosty isn't the only holiday handiwork Mr. Haynes has whipped up. It's the season for giving, and I put down the mic to help decorate the tree along with Trevor's girlfriend. And after a while, photographer Anderson Arthur joined in as well.
I extended the tree. The tree can be 10 feet tall. It white, but right now it's spray off white, so it can be different. And there's a manger that I'm making out of banana trees trunks. And then I get feedback to make the coat and what's not. I already built a crib out of 1 pallet already. I should show you that. But it can be nice when you all come back. It'll be a good sight to see. Frosty gonna hold a gift in his hand and an umbrella that well decorated on that side.
Well, Frosty won't have to worry about melting after Christmas. His maker has big plans for him.
I want to put Frosty for New Year. I want to put like a coat over it for summer, change the hat, change the style. I plan to change the whole entire structure tires, as in change the color. So go it as a summer. So hoping by next year I will have it for Independence, a blue and, a blue and yellow, and we change the whole thing. So by every year it will change up. But I leave in it this side. Right now is the tires, it was 9 feet tall last year. So this year is 13 feet tall. So hoping by next year I will just go up by 1 tire.
In just a few days, Frosty, the tree, and the manger will be fully complete. Until then, it's all hands and paws on deck. Shane Jones, CBC News.
Thanks, Shane. We have some sad news now. Director General of the Barbados Red Cross Society, Edmund Bradshaw, has died. The 63-year-old passed away yesterday in Trinidad. Confirmation of this came from President of the organization, Winston WAITHE.
2000 extended his last mission for the Red Cross on Wednesday 13th of this month, where he fell ill on Friday and was rushed to the Port of Spain Hospital in Trinidad. He has never recovered from that and was pronounced dead yesterday evening, Sunday. He will be missed by all of us. We are grieving the entire Red Cross community. The news has been shared throughout the international Red Cross world, and they are all grieving.
And Mr. WAITHE also says Mr. Bradshaw provided close to 20 years of committed service to the Barbados Red Cross Society.
Edmund joined the Barbados Red Cross Society in 1999, and from there on he provided yeoman service to the Red Cross. He was well loved and respected by all. He was a very resourceful person who in fact was very instrumental in assisting the Barbados Red Cross obtain its headquarters in 2010. For that, Edmund was awarded the Barbados Silver Medal for his service to the Red Cross.
And of course, we at the CBC also extend our condolences. Well, we'll take a pause here, but we'll be back with more news after the break.
Mom and Dad used to argue about everything, especially about Dad's drinking. It drove me crazy. It got so bad, I couldn't do my homework. I couldn't concentrate. I absolutely refused to let any of my friends come to our house for any reason. I would have been humiliated if anyone found out how much my dad drank and how loud my mom screamed at him. My family went from totally crazy to quiet, calm, and even peaceful. The only thing that happened is my mom started going to Al-Anon family groups. Her relationship with my dad really changed. I asked Mom if she would take me to her Al-Anon meetings or to Alateen. I wanted to see if I could have a better relationship with my dad. I'm sure glad I did. If someone's drinking troubling you, you might be surprised at what you can learn in an Al-Anon or Alateen family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or go to alanon.org.
For more information about
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Say smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Welcome back. Well, it's regarded as the oldest journal published in the English-speaking Caribbean. And today, the Barbados Museum and Historical Society launched its 63rd journal. In his overview of the publication, the museum's president, Sir Trevor Carmichael, says the journal has maintained its aims of providing information about the histories and antiquities in Barbados. He's also pleased this new publication explores the island's economic history.
If you look at this journal, it takes on a lot of elements, obviously, of previous journals. But one of the things I have noticed sort of creeping in nicely, I say creeping in nicely, is a focus also too on economic history. And there are a couple of articles in here which I would particularly commend. Alison Calendar, I read them all on the weekend. Alison Calendar's an interview with Mr. Dennis Bell, the establishment of Fairfield Pottery in Barbados. The Pettigrew et al. Article on multinational corporations in Barbados from the Royal African Company to the Hilton, as well as Sylvan Spooner's history, not to forget, of Manjack mining in Barbados.
And the journal's editor, Professor Pedro Welch, says this year's publication continues to bridge the gap between the university and the museum.
This is a bit of a first because we brought the university in. There's always been a connection between the university and the journal, but we brought the university itself in, and by looking at the university and the question of heritage. There's a very important article that looks at some of the issues that would now characterize the university in this era, this period in which we live. Many of us would have known of Milner College at the University of West Indies, and now there's a big discussion about whether we ought to have accepted the name Milner and appended it to our dormitories or to any other places within the university.
Christmas came early for a group of special children who were given a chance to go on a shopping spree. The initiative, which was put on by Variety, the Children's Club of Barbados, with backing by Courtesy Garage, was a hit with both the children and their parents. Our Sharika Griffith tells us more.
These little ones and their parents were given 100 reasons to smile this holiday season. With this $100 voucher, they were allowed to purchase whatever they wanted from the clothing and toy departments of K. Shepherd's Broad Street store. Executive Director of the Variety Club, Donna Russell, says it's all in the spirit of the season.
We are so very grateful to Courtesy because people take things like this for granted, but it's Christmas. Everybody wants to have new things, everybody wants to have gifts, and there's no exception when it comes to children. Children love Christmas, and we want them to be happy, and Courtesy wants them to be happy. And so we are here this morning, and the children will get to shop, and this is a whole shopping experience that Courtesy is providing, and the children will get to shop for exactly what they want.
A total of 40 children from different special needs schools across the island were selected to participate in the event. Ms. Russell says they were chosen from a database of children which the charity regularly assists.
Some are in wheelchairs. The children were taken from our list because we cater to children who are mentally and physically challenged, and we have a database, and we chose the ones from the special needs units that we usually take to school. We usually give them movies and so on like that. So we have a database of children that we chose them from.
Shelley Jones, who accompanied her son Jaden, and Alicia Bishop, who has 2 children with special needs, Nairi and Tiara, believe the event was an excellent one, which will surely bring their little ones some joy.
I think it's a very good idea what the Variety Club is doing, trying to give the less fortunate and special needs kids a little day out, so they can do their shopping and so on, and get some extra gifts for Christmas.
Of course, they will be happy. They're getting toys, and they're going to have a good Christmas.
And while the little ones did not have much to say, the looks on their faces told us exactly how they felt. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thanks, Sharika. Well, still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region.
Can you crack the Quartz code? Spend $799 or more and you could win $15,000. Check Quartz on Facebook and Instagram or your digital phone for your weekly Crack the Quartz code clue. Each week until December 22nd, you could get a chance to crack the same. But to crack the 3-digit code, you must know the clue. So listen out. Plus, the Quartz Crack the Code crew may be on the road near you, where you could win cash and prizes on the spot. Quartz, bringing value home.
Christmas means fruitcake, and Jordan says all you need for that special cake. Raisins just $3.75 per pound. 5 pounds, $17.50. Cherries, $5.99 per pound, £5 $28. Pitted prunes, $6.99 per pound, £5 $33. Dates, $5.99 per pound, £5 $25. Tutti Frutti, $7.50 per pound. Yellow mixed peel, $3.99 per pound, and mixed fruit, $7.75 per pound, or £5 $37.50. Shop today and you could win in the Spend and Eat competition at Jordan's Supermarket.
Welcome back. Veteran dancehall DJ Ninja Man was given a life sentence in the Home Circuit Court in Jamaica today for the March 2009 murder of Ricardo Johnson. He is to serve 25 years before being eligible for parole. He was given 20 years for shooting with intent and life imprisonment for murder. The DJ gave the thumbs up after the sentence was handed down. His co-accused, son Janeel and Dennis Clayton, were also handed life sentences with 15 years before being eligible for parole. The three were to be sentenced last Friday, but their sentencing was postponed until today because the attorney representing Clayton was late for court, resulting in Justice Martin Gale postponing the matter. According to police reports, they were among several men who entered a yard in Olympic Gardens on March 16, 2009. They fired shots at a man who fled the premises, but 20-year-old Johnson was fatally shot. And in Guyana, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has received complaints from 3 unnamed foreign diplomats about the way their country and countrymen are portrayed in the local media. And Foreign Affairs Minister Carol Greenidge says the situation does not help Guyana's efforts to attract foreign businesses and investment.
Foreign Minister Carol Greenidge was again on Thursday upset with some local media practitioners after receiving complaints from a few foreign missions that expressed worry about their image and that of their local base. The minister did not name the diplomats, but in recent times, some local Chinese firms operating in Guyana have been coming in for hammering from sections of the media.
I would say to you, the Director General can confirm. I mean, I know I sometimes make fun about these things, but in the last 3 days, at least 3 ambassadors have raised with us concerns about how either their entities or their activities are portrayed by the Guyana press. One of them was asking, is this the view of the Guyanese public of this particular country and enterprise? We have to look at those things.
Mr. Greenidge, who was speaking at a press briefing just after his parliament presentation on Thursday, said for a country as Guyana, which is on the cusp of great things, information reaching the public domain should be properly vetted since the world is watching.
Over in Antigua, a 27-year-old man was shot and a shopkeeper and several other people robbed in Clear Hall in late-night attack on Friday. The 4 gunmen were still on the loose up to late last night. The identities of the assailants were not known to their victims, who said the men wore masks, dark long-sleeve shirts, and long pants. Colonel Drew of Clear Hall was shot in the right leg when he tried to escape from the gunmen. 3 of the robbers had reportedly exited a black Honda car and the driver remained inside, while his accomplices rummaged through the pockets of the people outside of a snacket. Drew, who was released from the Mount St. John's Medical Center after surgery on Saturday morning, said he ran and tried to get to safety when the chaos started. Almost 2 weeks after a daring $5.5 million robbery at the Piarco International Airport in Trinidad, 4 people, including a woman, appeared in court today on charges connected to the incident. The 38-year-old woman and the men, ages 35, 42, and 38, were charged on Saturday night following instructions from Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, John Honor Paul. They are expected to appear in the Port of Spain Magistrates Court, where the woman and the 35-year-old man will face a charge of money laundering. The woman was also charged with knowingly receiving stolen money. All 3 men were charged with robbery with aggravation, while one of them is also charged with possession of marijuana for the purpose of trafficking. Well, sports news is just ahead with Sean Green, but first, here's a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Do not park your vehicle in lonely or unlighted places at night.